Hi, I'm Jess Geyer, and I am the president of the Indie Game Developer Network. I am very pleased to welcome you to the 2023 Indie Groundbreaker Awards ceremony. I'm excited, I'm honored to be able to talk about these wonderful nominees and their games and announce some winners tonight. A few notes before we start. If you are with us on the Discord, hello, welcome. I hope that you've had a chance to talk to other indie game fans and indie game designers and that you're ready and excited for the show. If you are watching live and you're not in our Discord watch party, you are welcome to join us. There is a Discord invitation link on our website at igdnonline.com/groundbreakers. That page also has all of our nominees and winners as well as links to their games, so you can go check them out. If you're like me and you like to talk during movies, there are some special channels on the Discord server where you can have your mic on. Otherwise, I kindly ask that you mute your microphone for now and keep your reactions to text during the programming. There are also subtitles on this video, and although they are automatically generated, I've done my best to clean them up where needed. So let's get started. I'm going to talk a little bit about the IGDN, read our mission statement and our diversity statement, and then talk about the Indie Groundbreaker Awards themselves. The Indie Game Developer Network is an international volunteer trade organization that supports indie analog games and all of the people that make them. The IGDN is steadfast in its promotion of diversity, both among its membership and in all facets of gaming. Gaming is not a one-size-fits-all hobby, nor is it monolithic in nature. As a not-for-profit, volunteer-run trade organization serving indie game developers around the globe, our members hail from around the world, not just the United States of America, but the Philippines, Singapore, Australia, and more. We encourage and seek out diverse voices to join us, particularly among traditionally underrepresented segments of the larger gaming community. We actively seek out new members from every walk of life to join us. All game creators and professionals, including women, people of color, indigenous groups, LGBTQIA+, and queer folk, and those with disabilities are encouraged to apply. We support trans rights. We are formed and operate to help the growth and diversity of an international community of indie game developers and will not tolerate bigotry or harassment in any form. While the Indie Groundbreaker Awards tonight mostly represent role-playing games, the IGDN also represents card games, board games, LARPs, and all other sorts of analog games. And though you will see many of our members being recognized tonight, the Indie Groundbreaker Awards are open to any indie game developer. And what does that mean? What does it mean to be indie? We believe that anyone who's interested in developing gaming projects outside of mainstream publishers is an indie, quote unquote, game developer. So in short, if you think that you're indie, if you think that you qualify, you're probably indie enough to us. Since 2016, the Indie Groundbreaker Awards have recognized excellence in indie games. We have the absolute honor to spotlight games that push boundaries in innovation, in promoting diversity, and in expanding what it means to be indie. In order to qualify for an Indie Groundbreaker Award, your game has to be an analog game, independently published, complete and available to the public, and released since the last Groundbreakers. Winners of our awards are recognized on our Hall of Fame page and have rights to use our logo and be recognized as an awards recipient or nominee. The winner of Game of the Year also receives a plaque, an IGDN PDF bundle, and they are invited to display and sell their book at our booth at any conventions where the IGDN has a presence, free of cost. And my dog agrees. Here he is back there. This year we have 6 categories of awards, which will be announced by current and former members of our leadership team. This program would not have been possible without a lot of help and support. Thank you to all of the announcers tonight, and a huge, huge thank you from the bottom of my heart to our panel of judges. We could not do this without our judges. Our volunteer judges read through over 170 games, and I do not envy the task of picking winners from the awesome selection of submissions. Our judges have a message that they'd like to share with us, so Sam, Sonia, and Doug, thank you so much, and let's hear from you.
Hi, I'm Samantha Lee. I'm the owner of Blinking Birch Games and the designer of Anamnesis.
Hi, I'm Sonia Haynar, and I am an Emmy award-winning illustrator, and you can find most of my stuff floating around the tabletop sphere on the internet.
And I'm Doug Lewandowski, co-creator of the Kids Online and more recently other RPGs like Home. And we are the judges for the IGDN contest this year. we had an unbelievably difficult job of an unbelievably wonderful job too of going through about 177 entries and doing our very best to figure out 5 for the categories we had, insisting on making a new category, and then saying that we should have 10 for each category instead of 5. But this was very, very challenging, but so much fun to do.
I think there were multiple times in our meetings where we were narrowing down for each category, and we like would go, "Can there be 2? Can there be 2 winners, please?"
So many times. The games were just incredible. I mean, it was I'm sure that every judge says this for like every competition, but it was truly so hard to choose 5 from each category. So much so that, as Doug mentioned, we added a new category this year for best graphic design because we felt like there was just such an amazing showcase of graphic design in this group of games, and we wanted to make sure that that was recognized. And then also we just had so many other games that we wanted to shout out, which is why we added the honorable mention list as well. It was just an absolute amazing group of games. I feel like I enjoyed reading them so much. I feel like it also was just wonderful for me as a designer to read all of them. Just like a fantastic experience going through all of them. And thank you everybody for submitting them. It was just a fantastic group.
Everyone that submitted should be so proud of the work that they submitted, because truly, speaking as an artist and not much of a game designer, some of the stuff that y'all can come up with is absolutely bonkers. And it made me rethink a lot of stuff, like, oh, I never thought that could be used as like a game mechanic or something like that. But yeah, all of you guys should just be so proud.
And
Y'all did
speaking
good
as
work.
a game designer and not an artist, holy crap, the art.
Yeah.
What y'all can do is just out of this world.
Just blew out of the water. It was
Uh-huh.
all just amazing stuff. Thanks so much for participating. Congratulations to the nominees and to the winners. And thank you to IGDN for inviting us to be judges this year, because it was just a wonderful experience.
And shout to Sam for really like organizing this and keeping us on track here. Thank you.
No worry.
Sam
Sure.
led the charge the entire way. We wouldn't be able to do it without Sam.
Thanks, everybody, and enjoy the program.
Indie Game Developer Network would like to thank the judges for this year's awards: Samantha Lee, Sonia Haynar, Doug Lewandowski. Visit igdnonline.com/groundbreakers for more information about the judges and for links to all of the nominees. The Indie Groundbreaker Awards are brought to you by these sponsors: Coffee, the Get Up and Go juice that's the choice of millions of creatives worldwide. By Imposter Syndrome, the hit movie about you, starring you, playing in your head right now. And by QWERTY, keep up your productivity by sticking with the home row you know.
I'm James Kerr from Radio James Games. I'm here to present the Most Innovative category of the Indie Groundbreaker Awards. The Most Innovative category recognizes the most innovative and unique game design of the year. In 2022, our winner was My Body is a Cage. This year's Indie Groundbreaker nominees for the Most Innovative game are A Collection of Improving Exercises by Tim Hutchins, Dino Car by Julie Ann Munoz, The Sticker Game by Cassie Mothwin and Joshua Peters, Void 1680 AM by Ken Lowry, writer, designer, layout, Jordan Witt, cover artist, Dylan Todd, radio diagram designs, and The World Ending Game by Everest Pipkin, writer and designer, and Andy Pressman, layout and print design. And the winner is The Sticker Game by Cassie Mothwin and Joshua Peters. The Sticker Game is a single-player game, blending journaling and audio drama. In it, players are participants in an alternate reality science experiment. They listen to audio prompts from their guide and respond using stickers rather than a more traditional journaling game experience. Described as absurdist but meaningful by its creators, the Sticker Game is a way for you to put your sticker collection to good use while exploring deeper themes. Its unique take on solo journaling and clever blending of media make The Sticker Game 2023's most innovative game. Congratulations.
We are extremely thrilled and grateful to have been considered for this award and to ultimately call it ours. The Sticker Game was not an easy project, but we are so glad that it exists and we are so happy each time someone new discovers it.
That said, we want to extend our congratulations to the other nominees in this category, and we urge you to check them out. The Sticker Game is a part of an incredible selection of games, and we are honored to have shared a list with them.
Thank you.
Want to join our community of indie game creators? Learn more about the benefits of membership and how to apply at igdnonline.com/apply.
Hi, my name is Crystal Mazer. I am a freelance writer and game developer, and I am the resource officer for IGDN. Art brings our games to life, and personally, it's one of the things that draws me into a role-playing game. The Best Art category recognizes the best original artwork in an RPG. Last year's winner was A Fantastic Longing for Adventure. This year's Indie Groundbreaker nominees for Best Art are Dino Car by Julie Ann Munoz, Exquisite Biome by Caro Assertion, game design, writing, art direction, layout, Cy Sweetman, illustration, Ma Nishtana, Why Is This Night Different by Gabrielle Rabinowitz and Ben Bisogno, writing and design, and Catherine Dieterm, art. Notorious by Jason Price, writing and design, Torben Bokenmeyer, artwork, Jack Harrison, layout, and Will Jobst, editing. And finally, Slug Blaster, Kickflip Over a Quantum Centipede by Mikey Ham. And the winner is Dino Car by Julie Ann Munoz, with cover art by Jess Kuczynski and interior art by Viditya Voletti, Corbin Dennis, James Doherty, Julie Ann Munoz, and Nevin Holmes. Dino Car isn't just a game with art, it's a game about making art. Designed for play across all age groups, this game puts players behind the wheel as dinosaurs. You paint maps, draw natural landmarks, and illustrate cities. Then you take a chaotic road trip and commutes as your dinosaurs and tell fantastic dino stories before cleaning up the mess you made. The game's artwork sets a whimsical, fun tone, and the art the players make brings it to life. Dino Car is a great game that makes players the artists, and that's what makes this year's Indie Groundbreaker Award winner for Best Art. Julie Ann Munoz sent this written acceptance statement. Thank you all for this lovely award. We were thrilled just to see our works nominated alongside so many awesome projects. Winning Best Art for Dino Car is a silly game about exploring what art can be, has truly inspired us. Thank you for the artists that contributed their talents and skills. Jess for his fantastic work on the cover, Viditya, James, and Corbin for their delightful characters. This art award is yours too. Thank you to the family and friends who have supported us, especially those who couldn't stop laughing while they described their dinosaurs driving over alien spaceships and root beer waterfalls. Nevin, also known as Nova, and I are very grateful and very excited for whatever comes next. Julianne Jam Munoz of Dinoberry Press.
Hello, my name is Robert Turk. I'm an author, game designer, graphic designer, and the owner of Wicked Clever. I'm also the new secretary for IGDN. The Best Graphic Design category is brand new to the Indie Groundbreaker Awards. Graphic design is the combination of words and images to convey a message. Exceptional graphic design makes a game not only easy to digest, it makes it fun to read as well. This year's panel of judges made the argument that graphic design and illustrative art are different skills and should be recognized and awarded separately. We agree. The award for Best Graphic Design recognizes the best logos, layout, and overall graphic design among this year's submissions. This year's Indie Groundbreaker nominees for Best Graphic Design are Butter Princess by Brian Sago, author, and Mike Martins, design. Dead Air by Fiona Ruthven. Flabbergasted by Fleur Shortino and Chelsea Shortino. Lycoma by Strega Wolf Vanderberg, layout, artist, and design. Tessa Winters, Walton Wood, and Michael Mars, writers. Walton Wood, Ian Long, and Ashley Kronbush, editing. And the winner is Butter Princess by Brian Sago, author, and Mike Martins, design. Butter Princess is a game about the Minnesota State Fair and a beautiful, alluring 90-pound butter sculpture that all the characters want. The titular Butter Princess. It's a rooted in trophy game played over 5 acts, with each act building chaos until the literally explosive finale. The brochure, or stick of butter style layout, is dripping with Midwestern nostalgia, with design reminiscent of 1950s catalogs, and of course a buttery golden motif throughout. There's even an interactive character keeper that looks gorgeous and accessible, created in Google Sheets. The solid design work and creative use of stock images makes Butter Princess the very first recipient of an Indie Groundbreaker Award for Best Graphic Design.
Hi, I'm Brian Sago, author of Butter Princess. The project designer, Mike Martins, and I are so glad to receive the 2023 Indie Groundbreakers Award for Best Graphic Design. Mike designs role-playing games with a combination of clarity and flavor that you won't find anywhere else. He had the fundamental idea to format this book like a brochure you might pick up at the State Fair, bringing players into the game from their very first moment of contact. Our mutual feelings about Midwestern agricultural pageants, equal parts love and horror, have led to the beauty of Butter Princess. We hope you enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Joyce Cho. I'm the Diversity Coordinator at IGDN. The role of the Diversity Coordinator is to coordinate and carry out diversity initiatives, and especially the diversity sponsorship. The diversity sponsorship is set up to uplift and promote diverse and marginalized creators. The candidates are then paired with industry mentors who then guide and help them. And congratulations to this year's diversity mentees, and a big thank you to all the mentors.
Congratulations to the recipients of the 2022 Diversity Sponsorship. Ari, Benjamin Moses M. Dino II, Darby Pack, Candy J. Williams, Crystal Norton, and Kyle Tam. Thank you to our generous donors who make the diversity sponsorship possible. A special thank you to Indie Press Revolution, Magpie Games, and Nathaniel Rockwood. Our generous donors make the Diversity Sponsorship Program possible. You can make a donation by scanning this QR code or by visiting igdnonline.com/metatopia-diversity-sponsorship.
Hello, I'm Matthew Orr. I'm a member of the Indie Game Developer Network, and I'm very pleased tonight to be presenting Best Rules. The Best Rules category recognizes best mechanics based on the clarity of the rule set and the mechanics. In 2022, our winner was Gun and Slinger. This year's Indie Groundbreaker nominees for Best Rules are Just a Car by Nevin Holmes, The Lovers by Alex Schrader, design, and Adam Vass, design and layout. Ma Nishtana, Why Is This Night Different? By Gabrielle Rabinowitz and Ben Bisogno, writing and design, and Katrin Dierim, art. Saltfish and Almanacs by V. Hendro and Haley Gordon, game designers and publishers, Story Brewers Roleplaying. 1,000 Arrows by James Mendez Hodes, author, Brennan Taylor, concept and design, and Tim Rodriguez, publisher. And the winner is Saltfish and Almanacs by V. Hendro and Haley Gordon. In Saltfish and Almanacs, players are merchants on a trade route. You travel through a map of towns and roads that you create using cards. You prepare for your journey, part ways, explore, buy, and sell wares, and finally, return home to spend winter together with your fellow players. Along the way, you explore different prompts on the cards, asking you to introspect or interact, further developing your story. Saltfish and Almanacs can be played solo or with up to 4 players, with no GM required and no preparation needed. Its thoughtful, modular rules are simple, straight-out-of-the-box play, make Saltfish and Almanacs a well-deserved winner for Best Rules.
G'day from Gadigal, Australia. It's Hayley and V here from Story Brewers. We're honoured to have won this award for Saltfish and Almanacs. We wish we could be there with you all in person. So many folks would love to meet, but we're there with you in video.
We're so grateful for the fantastic job that IGDN does in highlighting indie games through the Indie Groundbreaker Award, and we wanted to take a moment to thank the organisers and the judges for all of their hard work.
Best Rules means a lot to us in particular because we always take pride in making our rules as approachable, enjoyable, and collaborative as possible. And I'm glad that Saltfish and Almanacs could live up to that.
And lastly, we wanted to take a quick moment to thank our contributors to this project, our editor Melody Watson, who made the rules of Saltfish just so much more easy to read and to understand, and our artist Patri Maulana, who knocked it out of the park with the amazing visuals on this game. We're always super thankful to work with such amazing professionals, and we hope to do so again.
All right, we won't keep you. We know you want to get to the award of awards, so farewell and thanks again.
Hey everyone, this is Alex Sprague, the convention coordinator of the IGDN. And next week, the IGN is going to be at Gen Con. If you want to come check out some of the coolest indie games in the business, come by booth 132, where we will be hanging out. You can see last year's winner, Brave Zenith, in our booth, and 2021's winner, Crescendo Ritornello, a game of LARPs. It is cool to be able to represent all these people, and I'd love to see you and chat about games, so come on by and say hi.
Hello, Indie Groundbreaker. I'm Omari Akil, former president and longtime appreciator of IGDN, and I'm here to share with you the nominees and winner for the Best Setting category. Now, the Best Setting category recognizes the most evocative, interesting, and unique settings, whether as part of a rules-agnostic setting or as part of a full game. In 2022, our winner was Archon, City of Neon Daylight. This year's Indie Groundbreaker nominees for Best Setting are Dead Air by Fiona Ruthven, Fight to Survive by James Kerr with artists Ian McLean, Stephen Wu, and Sofia Lopez, Gubat Benoit by Joaquin Cal Saavedra with art by Dylan Briones, Here We Used to Fly by Kurt Reffling, Ian Howard with artists Jan Vrajnika, Katarzyna Kołodziejska, Minerva Fox, and layout by Jean Verne. Into the Cess and Citadel by writers and artists Charles Ferguson Avery and Alex Cagon, with production by Branett K. Ayton and Matthew Orr. And the winner is Gubat Benoit by Joaquin Cal Saavedra and art by Dylan Briones. Gubat Benoit is a Southeast Asian fantasy game of martial arts and war drama with a Philippine-centric view. Set in the Sword Isles, the players are Kadunganan, elite warriors who wage war and love on the battlefield. The world is incredibly rich and fleshed out with in-fiction narratives, maps, art, histories, and song. Every part of the book, from the character creation to combat to downtime, strengthens the setting and vice versa. As a Southeast Asian game developed by a Southeast Asian team, Gubat Benoit proves that authentic settings shine, and that's what makes it 2023's Indie Groundbreaker Award winner for Best Setting. The Gubat Benoit team sent this acceptance letter to be read on their behalf. Gubat Benoit has been a work of love, passion, pain, and awe for the past few years. The research and synthesis that has gone into this game has been daunting and is still not yet done. Writing a fantasy setting with inspirations from completely underrepresented cultures has been a challenge and a half and required more than just writing it. But we are proud of our effort and continue to do the work. We'd like to thank IGDN for seeing our game and appreciating it for what it is, and the rest of the team for working with us to realize this setting could work as an epic fantasy. Gubat Benoit still continues to be perfected. Please do look forward to our Kickstarter and our Patreon. Thank you to everyone again. Congratulations to our winner. It's so exciting to have another year of Indie Groundbreaker to look forward to and a lot more fun games to play.
In addition to our nominees, this year's judges panel would like to put a spotlight on several honorable mentions: 9 Lives to Valhalla, Bottled Sea, Dead Letter Society, The Means of Magic, Moonlight on Roseville Beach, Moriah, Oops, All Draculas, Rune, Unconquered, and Waffles for Esther. You can find links to all of these games and learn more about them at igdnonline.com/groundbreakers.
Hello and welcome. My name is Alex Sprague, and I'm the convention coordinator for the IGDN. I'm here to announce Game of the Year. Game of the Year is an award given to the best game of the year. But what makes a game the best is not the same to everyone. But for us, it's a combination of all the elements that make a game unique and readable and playable and beautiful and innovative and evocative and fun, cool. I can't really say what makes something the game of the year, but when you see it, you think, wow, that's cool. I wish I'd seen this before. Let's start playing. And from us, the IGDN, the winner of the Game of the Year receives an IGDN PDF gaming bundle, recognition on Hall of Fame award page, the rights to the Indie Groundbreakers Award Game of the Year logo, and acknowledgments on the winning game. And the Game of the Year is invited to display and sell their game at all the major conventions IGN has a presence at, with no cost to the person who won it. Last year's Game of the Year was Brave Zenith. And this year, the Indie Groundbreaker nominations for Game of the Year are Alchemistresses by Allison Cole, designer; Dora Rogers, designer; Michael Marcotte, designer; Brandy M. Wright, layout; Leonore Renai, art. Next, we have Butter Princess by Brian Sago as author and Mike Martins on design. There's City of Winter by Ross Cowman, doing game design, and Doug Keith as an illustrator. There is Slug Blaster, Kickflip over a Quantum Centipede by Mikey Ham. And last but not least is The World Ending Game by Everest Pipkin, writer and designer, Andy Pressman, layout and print design. And the winner is Slug Blaster Kickflip over Quantum Centipede by Mikey Ham. Slug Blaster is a Forge in the Dark game about giant bugs, ray guns, hoverboards, and teenagerdom. It has dope tricks, dramatic disasters, and multiverse adventures. As players, you're techie punk teens, and you engage in a part sport, part art form, part moral panic of slug blasting. Slug blasters navigate the space-time field, going on action-packed runs in the multiverse where you encounter dangers like psionic crocodiles and meta-terrestrial slugs before returning to school and chores in your boring hometown of Hillview. You saw Slug Blaster earlier tonight, nominated for Best Art. The game is full of cool, colorful illustrations, 90s-style magazine ads, and excellent character design. And the graphic design is also nostalgic and bombastic without feeling busy. It has funky, drippy shapes and lines and popping colors. And we're not the only ones who think Slug Blaster is a great game. The game itself has been lauded as fantastic by John Harper, which is high praise for a Forge in the Dark game. It was one of Gizmodo's top 20 TTRPGs of 2022, and it was awarded Tabletop Gaming Must Play badge. It's also nominated in the Ennies for Best Game. Slug Blaster is showing everyone just how excellent an indie game can be. Congratulations, Slug Blaster, our Indie Groundbreaker Award, Game of the Year.
I'm not crying, I just wanted nice skin for the video and got lotion in both of my eyes. I'm just blown away. I have spent so long pouring every little bit of myself into this completely unnecessary thing, and so it just feels really good to know that it's bringing some people joy. Thank you to Stephanie and my entire family for being so supportive. Thank you to all the collaborators. This was not a one-man job. Thank you to my artists and editor and the playtesters and the guest writers, and to the Blades in the Dark community who just gave me so many ideas and helped me work through problems. I met so many amazing people there, new friends. And thank you to the Slug Blaster community, the OGs who believed in this project from the very beginning, and the new fans who are just finding it now and bringing their own unique perspective to the game and their ideas. And thank you to the IGDN for this amazing honor. I'm so excited to say I'm working with MythWorks now, and we're not going to take this opportunity for granted. We're going to bring you a lot more Slug Blaster and just keep breathing life into this project. Thank you, everyone. I'm very grateful.